No message. We won't do a message. Isaiah, you're yet to tell me anything about yourself. I love to have a personal relationship with everyone that comes on my show. I've spoken with Nolans on the telephone, all the way from New Orleans. Oh, no, Mighty Mouse. Personally, we're really keeping it tight here. Guide wires within 6 feet of me. I could throw a rock at him. I could hit him with my dink. Don't say that anyway. Anyway, so here we are. And we want to know about Isaiah. Isaiah Thomas, the great basketball player. Isaiah from the Bible. Did you ever realize that you were named after some? Is Jason a name in the Bible? I don't think it is. Is there a Jason and the Argonauts? There is, yeah. Yes, a mythical dragon slayer. Right, right. And what about I guess Guidewire's got his own name for his own purposes. It's kind of like, where did you get your name, God? I mean, what was the truth of it? It was just something that sounded right. Or was there something that triggered your name? Talking about names here. Right, right, right. It's kind of sweet. Prince of the King's potential? Prince with the King's potential. I like that. Guide. Ryan. I like that. Prince with the King's potential. We talked about the meaning of your name. I think my name means king with the prince's potential. So that's what I did. I put on a purple jumpsuit and I went, oh, ah, you know what I mean? Laugh out loud with Prince. Anyway, yes, Isaiah, Nolans and I, if you're listening, Mighty Mouse puts a disclaimer in. I'm working on a movie right now, so I'll be drifting out of your show, in and out. Okay, we're all drifting in and out. Have anyone, I mean, have you, Isaiah, have you seen, now I see you're new here. Tell me a little bit about the history. How did you come to know about us? And what do you want to know about me? There's the question. Well, we all know how you found out about the Laugh Out Loud show, because I've been popping off shows 3 times a week for the last like 8 months or something like that. And just recently we've started to drop them on 10-minute chunks on YouTube. So maybe you heard about that. So what we want to know, Isaiah, is how you found out about the show. And that's the truth. And you could tell us a little secret about yourself, something small. Or you could tell us what you like to do. Do you have an artistic talent? Do you have something that you're trying to stop doing that you can't stop doing? Or do you have something that you want to do with your life? This is the question. Isaiah, tell us something that's, it's a blessing for us to hear it. And we love to hear anything from you. Now, usually I sit and play my guitar, but we're so lazy getting back to speed, right? I mean, it's not easy to pick up the jam and get back at speed. We didn't even plug in the guitar today. Thank God that the other Ustreamer didn't come in and say, "Where's your piano?" Because it was like, oh my God. And then Larry from Alaska would come in and say, "Oh my God, calm down." So we're just taking it easy. We're trying to get back up to speed. I was writing about it in my blog. I said, you've got to get going. You've got to sort of, it comes a point where you've got vacationitis, I mean, and it could mean two things. It's what I said in my blog. It means it's just before your vacation when you're sort of running out of steam, because it's like, you're leaving on Friday, and Monday you start twitching, and then by Wednesday you're just totally messed up, and by Friday you're like, oh my God. And then you're on vacation, and you slowly but surely relax, you forget about all your troubles, you forget all your worries, you go downtown, you know what I mean? And then you come back and you don't know what to do. And that's the other end of vacationitis. You sort of say, well, what do I do for a living? Who am I? I mean, so this is what we're doing. So trying to find out from our viewer, Isaiah, what part of the world do you come from, Isaiah? What is it that floats your boat, blows your hair back, and all of that? We want to know the truth. And it's not easy. Isaiah says, I heard about you from a show, from a friend of mine. Right, right. And what did the person say? Did they say, this guy's an idiot, this guy's lovely, this guy's ridiculous, this guy wants to, hear from you, this guy's stupid beyond all measure, I mean? Sometimes I feel like, when American Idol is on, I feel like Simon sometimes. And now, so You Think You Can Dance is on, there's the other guy there, I feel like him. So I think I was born to be a panel guy, a judge, you know what I mean, on some kind of a dance show or something. Either a song and dance show. I think that's what I was supposed to be. So I'm just trying to find my way in the world, right? What am I supposed to do? I think that's what we're all trying to do, is find our way. What are we supposed to do, right? I've also figured out one other thing on my vacation. I figured out that I've let most of my life go without really pursuing anything other than foolishness. And it's a bit of a stickler, I mean, like, here I am, I'm 117, and it's like, but I wanted to accomplish something with my life, and I've yet to do that. It was scary, because I was saying to my little nephew, who was like all of 4 years old when I last saw him, now he's 18, I said, holy schmokers, you've grown up, you're going to university. And he said, what about you, Uncle Ron? And I said, and I just smacked him right in the face right there. I said, you silly little bitch, don't talk to me like that. I said, get me another beer from the fridge. I didn't say that, anyway. So yeah, time flies, Isaiah. What is it you want to do? What would you like to do? What did your friend say? Where's your friend now? Is your friend still alive? What's the truth, Guide? You got something? No, he's got nothing. He's just got a cold. We've all just got colds. I didn't get sick. Well, I did get a little sick. I got a little constipated, diddly ding. We won't talk about that. Anyway, vacations are kind of an interesting conundrum because, you're supposed to be getting rest, recharge your batteries, as they say. But it's a big challenge, isn't it? I remember when I was a kid, my parents would take me camping, and my poor father, I said to him, Dad, do you remember those vacations when you used to have to put the trailer up and crank it up? And he said, Yeah, I would be sweating and, and cursing and cranking the trailer up and stuff because we used to have one of those tent trailers that you had to crank and he was just messed up all the time. And I realized that I've turned into my father. You always turn into your father whenever you grow up. If you're a guy, if you're a woman, you grow up and you turn into your mother. It's sad, but it's true. Because there I was sweating. We were in Wonderland, We were at the zoo. We were in Toronto. We were all over the place. And wherever we went, I was walking behind the kids, smiling, trying to be positive, carrying the camera bag and carrying the towels and carrying whatever it was. And it's like, my God, I just let my beard grow and I just gave up. And now I'm here trying to find out who I am. And I haven't got the foggiest idea. I need a vacation, as they say, from my vacation, I mean. We did the Run show. Isaiah says, of course, he's alive. He said, you were funny, thank you. Well, that's right. Well, I mean, sometimes I pop off the odd funny joke, which is great. So, of course, he's alive. I shouldn't have brought up his death, really, should have I? No, it's not fair. Mighty Mouse says, I'll sell you one of those tent trailers. Have you got one? Mighty Mouse has got a tent, because you know what I want to do? I want to torture my family the way that I was tortured by my own family as a child. This is the other thing. You always want to relive your childhood, right? So I want to. See, Mighty Mouse has got one. I want to crank it up. You know what I want to do next year? I want to go camping. It's funny because as the husband, some husbands are better than I am. I'm like a lousy dad, lousy husband, because what happened to me was I just say yes to everything, right? It's like I'm the ultimate yes man, You say, I hate you. I say, I understand that, you know what I mean? But so my wife says, we're going to go to Toronto this year, diddly ding. Well, that's fine. Her family lives out there. We live there, so we drive to Toronto. We drive 6,500 kilometers there and back just so that we can go to Toronto. That's fine. I didn't even look up my buddies because it was too busy. I was too busy carrying things, trying not to pimp my profile, which I couldn't do. I keep looking at this stupid thing. Anyway, I'm going to pimp my profile later. We'll all pimp it later. It's a deluxe model. It has a little sink and everything. Oh, I'm getting all damp. That's wonderful. I want to do it. I want to take my kids out and crank it up. So you got one, because what happens is you get the tent trailer. It's like a little box, right? And then you get the top to crank down, but you have to fold the beds in. Is it one of those ones? Yeah, that's right. So what you do is you crank it up, and it slowly cranks up so that you're so messed up by the time, and you've driven. See, this is the beauty of it, right? Because you've driven for 9 hours, right? Everyone's going crazy. Thank God for the DVD in the van, or else I would have completely cut my throat. And maybe I would have started shaving with a knife. But I'll tell you, the DVD is nice. Do I have a MySpace? No, I don't. Unfortunately, I don't. But Talking Dog TV does, yeah. What's the address for that one? Do we know? Do you know what it is? If you go look up Talking Dog TV or Talking Dog, something like that, at MySpace, you'll see what we have. But I don't have a personal one for myself. There it is. Godwa pops it in. Thank you, Godwa. Yeah, www.myspace.talkingdog.tv. Nice. Yes, you can go there and you can see a whole bunch of stuff we've done. You've got to go to YouTube to check out what we've done, because we've got a mountain of stuff. Isaiah, we've got puppet shows. You got to watch. We've got some of the funniest stuff on the internet. Well, you know what I mean. 50-50. But it's nice. We've got some puppet shows. We've got another show by a fellow named Godwire that does a show. We've got, another show called Imagining the 10th Dimension, which is the science fiction scary show by Rob Bryanton, who's completely crazy. If you ever noticed, you'll find out if you go. And yeah, so we've got a whole bunch of stuff, but I don't have a MySpace thing. But the show, we do. Talking Dog TV, we have everything. We have the Twitter, we have everything. So we get back to the tent trailer. So you're all screwed up. We'll talk about tent trailers just like this one. Here we go.